you're living on like fucking maggots you dig out of logs and like old dog food.
Maybe restart that thought.
Sorry.
Maggots and dog food. Maggots.
If you say Project Koozie Crew fast enough, it kind of sounds like Patrick Swayze a little bit. If you say it real quick.
If you say it 5 times in the mirror at night, the Project Koozie Crew will come to your home and kill you.
Show up.
We just all rise up, dripping from the bubbly juices from which we came from.
And murder you.
And then murder you.
And then murder you, of course.
But like in a really smooth, relaxed kind of way.
Yeah.
Because we here at the Project Koozie Crew, we're super relaxed. My name's Dane.
My name's Brian.
I'm Jimmy.
And we're here to discuss your Would You Rathers, amongst other things, including, but not just, but nuts. We also do Lonely Hearts, and we do different reviews of products.
Yeah, I don't have one this week, unfortunately.
Hey, that's how them cookies crumble.
In the tub, soggily.
When you're in the tub.
Yeah, sorry about that too.
No cookies in the tub.
Aww.
This tub is 50% delicious.
It's a slurry of dough. We are the Ernie to your Bert, or the Bert to your Ernie. I don't know Sesame Street. I do know Sesame Street. Anyway, yeah. Let's get to those questions. Let's just get into them.
Let's dive right into this tub.
Let's dive right in like we can't do in this tub for fear of smashing our faces on the
4
bottom.
feet deep at most.
At the very most. So, Lauren in Berkeley, she's asking us this thing. Would you rather go to the moon for 10 minutes or to Europe for 2 months? It's a pretty straightforward one.
Yeah.
It's kind of a...
There's no tricks.
Tricks.
I am assuming...
I thought I'd start us off with a softball.
Softball.
Or she did, anyway.
Well, I mean, there's some unrest in Europe. I mean, there's issues going on all
EU?
the time. Ew. See, it even sounds bad.
Ew.
Yeah.
Moon is like, moon.
So relaxing.
Rhymes with balloon.
Would we have to go through all the training to get up there, or are we just transported for 10 minutes?
And I don't want to miss thing.
I mean, no, you gotta.
So it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but
It's the moon.
the moon.
It's like a working vacation.
You guys are space guys.
I mean,
Spacey.
Also lazy space guys.
yeah.
Well,
G-forces are hard, man. Like one G-force is like, it's like, whoa.
I mean, I think the depressing thing about it is like, space travel is exciting. It's very adventuresome. That's a word. But like, it's like if you're going there as a vacation and you do all that training and prep work and like all that sort of agony over like, does a screw come loose inside the shuttle? Do we all explode in the atmosphere? I mean, like to just get up there and be there for 10 minutes and it's like, you're just there on vacation. Like you come back home and you're not like hailed as a hero. You're like hailed as that guy who went on vacation. Yeah, you're not, and you're not.
The tourist is back. The tourist is back. Hooray!
You're not like the a member of the sort of like unspoken fraternity of astronauts. You're just that fucking guy. You
You're
can't.
The first tourist.
Yeah,
on the moon.
You can't hang out with like Buzz and
Richard Branson hates you.
Yeah.
Elon Musk. He's just livid.
Can't get a hold of your secrets.
Can't.
So yeah, that'd sort of sting. Yeah.
I see it as because
a
I've
booby
heard
prize.
that you have a profound that has a profound effect on you, seeing the Earth from space and just seeing how small it all is, and being on the moon, it just all kind of shifts your psyche in a way that's kind of undescribable. But I've also heard that about that can happen visiting Europe or exotic places.
Dropping acid.
And then whilst there, it is a prerequisite to party down. And probably hook up with some real hot dude named Julio. Just no matter where you are, there's going to be that Julio at the discotheque.
Mine is called Heinz.
Heinz?
Yeah.
Would you like to drop the acid with me?
Do you like my lederhosen that I'm wearing?
Can we party with like aliens on the moon? Like, come on. Let's be reasonable.
Gotta go to that dark side.
There aren't aliens on the moon.
You don't know. Have you been to the moon?
No.
Aren't there whalers on the moon? I think they carry a harpoon.
Yep. There you go.
No? Okay,
No.
my mistake.
Never mind. So the thing you mentioned about being a nice profound experience on the moon,
yeah,
that's all good. For my money, it's about bragging rights.
Bragging
You're like, I've been to the moon.
Jimmy wants
Fuck
that
you.
Street cred. You don't want to be some basic B and just be like, yeah, I was in Europe for 2 months. It really changed my life.
I've had bruschetta, and this isn't fucking bruschetta.
I've had bruschetta, and it wasn't like that.
This is tomatoes on white bread.
When Julio took me to that place,
Heinz Heinz and I went to get a real Wiener Schnitzel, and it was different than American Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener
It was in
Schnitzel
Germany.
Isn't actually hot dogs. Ah.
It'd be more like, I've been to the moon, fucking put me in you,
Whoa.
ladies.
You just go from bar to bar, and you have like the astronaut helmet you put on the top, like it's a bike helmet, like you just like rode there in your shuttle. How's it going, ladies?
Like, sup?
Just came in from re-entry.
Just rocking it
Really
in.
burned up out there.
Maybe tonight I can rock it in you.
And then afterwards, she's like, fast as a rocket.
I gotta get my moon rocks off. Hey.
Eyebrow waggles abound.
He didn't even make a complete landing. He burned up in re-entry.
So just from a pickup line perspective, I think the moon is more rife.
Yeah, it's in the lead on that front.
Yeah. And as we know, we're 3 players up in here who drop those pickup lines like they're confetti.
Like butter. Like you can't, it's hard to hold.
They slip out of our hands.
Whoa, boy.
It's hard to not eat them.
Yes.
When making cookies, we leave them out for at least 20 minutes so they're soft.
We eat them before they're cooked.
I microwave mine. I'm always in a rush.
I think the moon for me, because I like Europe. That's Earth. Everybody's gone to Earth. We all live there.
Yeah.
The moon. Even if Buzz Aldrin's like, lay off. You get your ass to Mars.
That's my girl.
And like Sir Richard Branson's like, you fucking cheater.
You rummy lorry.
Oh, Bob's your uncle. I'm English. Get it? Get it?
Oi.
Get it? What's all this then? I'm Richard Branson. Get me a balloon.
I'll toss you down the apples and pears, I will. Chim chim tree.
Every English person, chimney sweep. Even with all those things, nah. I need to see that little blue dot, and I need to feel it in my hands, and I want to sing the song like in the movie Rocket Man. I got the whole world in my hands. I got the whole wide world.
That movie,
in
man.
my hands.
It's a movie.
That's a deep cut reference to a Disney Channel original film, I think. Film.
It was in theaters.
Was it?
I saw it in theaters.
That's gross.
It's not great.
It's not great.
Despite my big talk about going to the moon to pick up fucking sweet babes, probably actually Europe.
Yeah.
Cause like I give a shit about the Earth.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I could fucking have a sweet vacation and learn a lot of things about the place I live.
It's true.
It's like, I could spend 10 minutes, look around,
Kick a rock.
worry about dying, kick a rock, go home. Jump high like a Mario.
You brought up this like worried about dying thing, which I think is interesting.
It's the moon, man. There's no oxygen.
There's no oxygen.
There's little. I don't know. There might be no
I
oxygen.
don't think there's any oxygen.
There's
No
just
oxygen.
zero oxygen.
There is microgravity.
There is an atmosphere. I'm getting confused. There is an atmosphere, but it's just barely anything. There's no oxygen.
A
for
crisp.
Sure.
Brian.
Wafer thin. So fuck personal enrichment. I'll take the European vacation just because quantity over quality. That's
Okay.
It's more fucking sack off time.
Very, very American.
I'll
of
fucking
you.
read comic books the whole time I'm in fucking whatever the fuck it is in
Dostoevsky.
Google Burb, whatever. I don't even care. Wherever, as long as I can put enough cheese on the food, I'm sure it's fine.
They do pile that cheese on.
Just pile it on.
Now, what you haven't considered, boys, is that all your water is going to be bubbly.
All
They
of it?
don't do flat water there.
Really?
That can't. They have taps.
I like bubbly water.
Good.
That'll
I
work
don't.
out.
Yeah. Jimmy does not.
They got taps. I'm sure it
You
exists.
just keep telling yourself
That's
that,
not
Jimmy.
water. It's shitty European cola you're thinking of. No
With
sugar.
no high fructose.
No caramel color.
I do pick the moon.
They can't do anything right.
Oh,
2 months vacay, baby.
Next one up is from Christian in Nevada City.
Oh, how do you?
How damn loud down in Nevada City, in California. It's weird. He says, "How about that?" No, he.
Yeah, that sounds. I'm sure he sounds like that.
That's not what he sounds
Nevada
like.
City.
Would you rather be the last person alive in a zombie apocalypse, or be patient zero?
Ooh. Zombie.
Well, that's a great question. Because I mean, like, on the one hand, you're a survivor.
Not going to give up. Not going to stop up. Keep on surviving.
Yeah. Excuse me. That is very important. We include that burp.
Yes,
'Cause that's part of my answer.
I just thought it was an extra large bubble in the tub, but I guess I was wrong.
It's hard to tell sometimes. So yeah. I like, on the one hand, you're a survivor. You know, you're surviving. Still believing to the dreaming.
Not
But
going to give up. Not going to stop up. Keep on surviving.
slow you down. Yeah, but like, it's like that. That's kind of a shitty quality of life, and you know, any day you could die or be turned into one of them.
It's true.
Whereas if you're patient zero, at least, like, you know, you are in a stable-ish society.
Of other zombies?
Well, like, you're the first zombie, so you don't have to deal with zombies.
You get
true.
to miss out. You just like have a terrible moment for like a moment, and then you're dead, and then you're a zombie.
Yeah.
And before you turn into a zombie, though, you have at least a somewhat normal life. And you miss the worst of the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, because who knows? The last person alive, that could be 50 years out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, they could have been born not knowing anything else. And then they're just like, cool, it's just me. They're like Will Smith. It's Will Smith.
Yeah. Also, like,
You get to be Will Smith.
if you're the survivor, you're also alone, and being alone.
Well, what the fuck's the
sucks.
point? Because like you don't know that you're probably the last person alive.
Yeah.
You assume there's at least one other person,
You
but
got
you're
that
wrong.
hope nagging at you.
So you're just looking for people
And, you know,
all your life.
whereas patient zero's probably got friends, probably part of a bowling league. That's probably, you know, where it spreads first. The bowling leagues. Sort
Gotta
of
wash them shoes.
the spinal column of society. Bowling leagues.
And if you're the last person alive, you have to memorize the movie Shrek, as is shown in I Am Legend.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, it's,
What?
it's
That's-
a requirement.
That's horrifying.
Will Smith in the movie. Will Smith has the entire movie of Shrek memorized.
Does he actually?
Yeah,
I don't remember that part.
in the
at
movie,
fucking
his
all.
character does. Yeah.
He talked to a dog, talked to a animal,
I was wondering why he called the dog Donkey.
Donkey.
that movie could have been
That
really
was my
good.
Shrek.
It
It was not. It was not.
To be fair, your Scottish accent was better than Will Smith's.
Hey, thank you. So, yeah, and as a zombie, you're just living your life. You're just doing. You've got a
Unlife.
purpose. Unlife. You're
Well,
undead.
you're
life.
dead.
You're dead.
Your zombie's body is doing stuff, but you're dead.
True. I'd like to think that there's a small glimmer of you left in there.
Well, that'd be awful.
You're
Yeah, I don't know.
if that no.
I mean, it depends on the myth, I guess.
What mythos are we subscribing to here? Are we Shaun of the Deading it?
I was thinking classical Romero
Classic
zombie.
Romero, gotta get them burned.
I guess either way, you're probably also one of the first zombies to die.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
right.
you're patient zero. You're
patient
the
zero.
first.
You're the first two. Right, but I'm saying, the first two. So I'm sorry. The first two becomes a zomber,
Yeah.
right? But then also the first zomber to be murdered.
Did.
Probably.
Murdered,
One of the
yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we're the SWAT team. We got to take down the hospital. And then they, like, come down and they shoot the hospital. They get overwhelmed. But you probably get shot in the head.
They would sound just like that, too.
Dedicating my life to serving others. I'm a zombie now.
Gotta rescue the president's daughter.
It's in this hospital.
You
She's
cool
in this
enough,
hospital.
dude.
We gotta take down the Dragon Ninja.
This is starting to sound like the doctor from Northern Exposure that we did last week.
Oh,
Dr. Joel.
Dr. Joel Fleischman. Dr. Joel Fleischman.
I'm now a CIA operative.
I'm gonna quick rope in. You kill some zombies.
So for me,
Yeah.
zombie. I'd want to be a zombie.
Patient zero. I wouldn't want to be a zombie, but I think that's preferable.
I think I will go for being the last survivor. I don't know if that's a healthy choice. It's probably not, but I do surprisingly well alone, and I am terrified of death.
Okay.
So
yeah,
yes, living hell. It is. Living hell.
It's a hell, but you're alive.
It's the hell of my choice.
There you
and
go.
Isn't that the American dream? Really, in the 21st century?
And if I was the last survivor, which I'm not saying that I am, but if I was, then I'd really love to come up with complex Home Alone type zombie defense apparatus.
Oh.
Like, get myself up to the top of a tippy tower and just, like, every floor be booby-trapped to Kingdom Come. And, like, all of those cameras set up, and I'd have a bank of screens, and I'd just be like, King of the castle. And I'd watch Borat every day. And instead of Shrek, I'd memorize Borat. My wife.
What a choice.
Yeah.
But I'm not picking that, so you
Ooh.
dodged that
You
Borat bullet.
You could easily just pick Ali G movie. It's better.
Is it better?
It's not the same. It's not like the fake reality.
Oh, yeah?
It's a narrative film, and it's pretty funny.
Oh, good.
I would memorize Fletch Lives. Fletch Lives. Yeah.
Big early Chevy Chase fan, huh?
No.
But it's your hell, and you've made your bed, and you're sleeping in
I will
it.
sleep in it.
Hey, sleep in that bed. Why not? Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up?
You throw your fishing poles in this week into that deep dark recesses.
I mean,
Yeah.
might have done a little fishing.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because there are people out there who need our help, and they are sad and lonely, and their hearts are aching.
They need it.
So let's give them some bacon.
Fish
And
bacon.
we're not faking.
So
Have you seen that movie Taken?
Liam Neeson is in it. Yeah, he's good. Liam Neeson. So shall I go first, or shall you, James?
That's where he falls in love with wolves, right?
Yeah. That was. I think they're dude wolves. That movie's called The Gay. I think.
Dude wolves.
It's kind of to the point. I think. I don't know. It's weird.
Little on the nose.
Little on the
there.
nose. The wolf nose. Okay, so mine is entitled "Go Ahead, Send Me Your Porn."
Oh. Very direct.
For every
Very sexy.
I know, it's something. For every response I get that might be a real person, I get about 20 to 25 from bait to fisher scams or dating sites. They usually have 2 pictures attached of girls who might be 21, even though that's only half my age. Believe me, that is not a turn on. Oh, and the text of their message usually reads something like, "How's it going, Han?" only with worse punctuation. Or their attempts to bait people to some dating site. So go ahead, send me your soft porn wannabe pictures. Send me your entire database. I will appreciate it for the trash that it mostly is, which is to say, ignore it in your message, and you will have wasted your time. So go ahead, hit me with your best and or worst. Any real women in their 40s who are actually looking to date, feel free to send me something more intellectual. And that's it. That is all. That is all he
Mr.
wrote.
Cynicism over here.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah. I mean, he's lost all hope. He's lost every shred of hope.
He appears to, and that was I found remarkable.
Well, also you'd think he'd move on to other avenues.
Why create such a pointless listing? It's like, yeah, cutting off your nose to spite your face. But I'm sure. I mean, I think that he's reachable, or else he wouldn't be posting at all. I think we can make a love connection, possibly.
True.
It's possible.
Yeah.
So we don't know anything about what he's like, except that he doesn't like 21-year-olds.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got kind of a at least one facet of his personality from this, in that he's cynical, but he's got kind of a sense of humor about it. Like, yeah, go ahead.
I'll jerk off to everything.
I'll do it.
Sons of... Yeah, he did. I kind of got the feeling he did save some of that porn. I kind of got the feeling. Yeah, it's mostly bad. It's mostly It's mostly trash. Mostly.
I'll keep it. I won't like it completely, but I'll keep it, and I'll probably whack off to it. So
probably,
go ahead.
definitely, at least once or 3 times.
We'll call it a tie.
But I won't date you. I won't do it. Go ahead.
Brother.
All right, so for this one, I need Brian's assistance.
Yes.
As an English knower of things. English.
Chim Chim Tree.
So the
the
Odyssey, like Homer's Odyssey,
Yes.
is one of those long form poems, right?
Yeah, I mean,
what is that called?
Greek epic?
Like that. Well, what is that writing style of like?
Well, I mean, technically that's classics. It's not actually that's classical. That's not English. It's Greek.
Right.
So yeah, like
maybe
that.
I'm thinking of Shakespeare stanzas. Is that a thing? I don't know.
I mean, I think Dane might have the right of it. It might be like one of the. Well, yeah, I don't know. What the
I think it's considered an epic poem.
I don't. Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't say it's prose.
I don't know what the quite. I don't. I think like. I might be able to give you an idea. If I knew what the rhyming structure was, maybe I could tell you more. But
does it rhyme?
Yeah.
It does not rhyme. It's written in very curious line breaks that read like poetry.
Oh, interesting.
Which is why. So this is a romantic epic of sort, but it's not very long, so it's not very epic.
Yeah. I mean, there's no rules in poetry, you know, as much
really,
as they pretend.
After E. Cummings, like nobody subscribes to rules no more.
After E. Cummings, any garbage will pass.
Just any garbage.
That fucking
I
Cummings.
saw a poem where a guy took a mouthful of SpaghettiOs, spat it on a piece of paper, and then sold it for $10,000.
People are not smart with their money.
It's a good job if you can get it.
Jimmy, I made that up. Jimmy, that was
That's
a joke.
still true.
That's people.
Even though you made it up, it's true.
It's still true.
Somebody painted 3 canvases white and sold it for millions of dollars. That's real.
Oh man.
Wait,
3
how
white,
many?
3?
3?
Oh boy.
Why did I think I God.
I stopped at 2 and gave up.
We gotta move on before I die.
All right. So the title of this
Sounds like poetry.
poem entry is fine. I'll just be alone then.
Oh my
sad
God.
slashy face.
Oh god.
I think I smell love connection, guys.
So I'm not gonna read out every line break, but try and infer with my reading.
Good call.
Hey, how's it going? I'm a attractive 28-year white male, 6'1", 220 pounds, brown hair and eyes. Got my own everything. Place, car, job, money. I'm looking for a cool, attractive chick to talk to and get to know and see where things go. I miss having someone that's interested in me in my life. he continues to go on and say, "So if you are interested in getting to know me," having not really said anything about himself, "hit me up with a pic and a little about yourself. I'll respond with mine. Also, please change the subject to something different, LOL, so I know you're real." The kicker here at the end is also don't email me or text me if you're not white. I don't date outside my race.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So he seemed like a sad little sap.
Yeah.
At the beginning,
yeah.
like going right into like nothing in this really like. He's just like, oh well, oh, but like he's just really not putting his
neither of these guys are putting themselves out there.
Their best foot forward.
They both appreciate honesty.
Yeah, they're both looking for something real.
They don't want the same scammers or spammers.
Yeah.
So that's a connection there. They both feel as if they've gotten a short shift a little bit. Like they both feel like...
Yeah. They both seem kind of like, they feel like scorned.
Yeah,
spurned.
But at the same time, there's kind of an entitlement thing tied to that.
Yeah, I mean, at least in the latter person's case, I kind of feel that. This other guy, I don't know if I don't know if he feels entitled, but he definitely feels kind of burnt out.
Yeah. What I will give the second dude is that he's sharing his feelings. Like, he is definitely saying, like, I miss this. And,
sure.
like...
He's telling us a little bit about himself.
Right.
Yeah.
He's letting us in a little bit, which is then completely negated with racism.
Yeah,
so
that was unfortunate.
That kind of dries up any empathy I have for him.
Yeah. It's like, if that's not a thing you're willing to do, that's,
maybe deserve to be alone.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You could also just not appear to be so racist.
Right.
Just like, do your own vetting after the fact.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of gross.
They're both burned out on this. How old's this second dude?
That's a good question. He is 28.
Too young.
Yeah, too young. Too young. That's a shame. Too old to finish the training.
Yep.
Too old. Mine or I will help you not.
You will be.
You will be.
Kind of dark side. I had a friend mention this to me the other day, is that when Yoda says that, that's kind of threatening.
Yeah, he's like trying to kind of put the fear in him.
It's a little, it's a little counter light side.
Yeah.
Of Yoda to just be like, whoa, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, because fear leads to hate and hate leads to the dark side.
Yeah.
And he's trying to make him afraid. You will be. Oh, you will be.
I think a Jedi doesn't have to be like perfect. I think
he's Yoda.
They kind of, exactly. He's Yoda. I think he gets a little bit more leeway.
What?
I think he can Yoda also actually the epitome of good, or has he just been put on such a pedestal?
I think he can also murder occasionally babies because he's so good.
He's so
good. He's got
so good
baby murdering points.
30.
Yeah, he's got a couple baby murdering mulligans.
just tucked in his back pocket, like
if
that's one youngling you can just waste
if he needs to.
If he needs,
or if he really feels like it.
He's like, this one's going to turn into a worse Vader.
This one is going to turn out to be okay, but man, I got some aggro I got to burn.
Burn this.
It's been a long day.
I'm gonna just lightsaber this dear sweet baby.
I might be Yoda, but even I've got my limits.
So in conclusion, Yoda can kill babies, and these two dudes probably won't get along.
Yeah, probably not.
If anything, they can commiserate for a minute.
They could commiserate for a hot minute.
A sweet drink.
They'd have a little drinky poo. talk about the one white clean race, and then
well, mine didn't specify race, so this guy could be, you know,
didn't have to.
He could be Filipino. He could be African American. In which case, Der Fuhrer, I mean, might not hang out with him. Who knows?
Probably won't.
Probably.
He's like, you've got too many freckles. That's too dark for me. I'm gonna go back to my house with my job and my car and my money.
I have it all, ladies.
I've got it all, women folk.
That's what ladies like.
That's what ladies like.
What a girl wants. What a girl needs.
I have at least $7. Do. Come fuck me. Do.
$7 ready to fuck. That's what
y'all got $7. Y'all got $7.
All right, guys.
Okay, cool. Let's move on.
So Jesse in Berkeley asks, would you rather get caught masturbating by your grandma, by your grandpa,
sexy,
or would you rather catch your grandpa masturbating?
Oh boy.
Ooh.
This is one of those classic switch 'em up would you rathers that I don't think we've gotten many of, if any of, yet. So I really appreciate the classic nature of it.
It's a real classic.
It's a real
classy one.
It's a real humdinger.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many other questions too, kind of from this. Like,
ask away, my friend.
Like, if you run into your grandpa and he's like, you know, is fucking polishing his knob.
Yeah.
Is he into it? Is he like, oh, I didn't see you, but don't go away?
Man, no, that's an enormous leap.
This is your grandfather. Did you know your grandfather? Or do you know your grandfather?
I knew one of them.
Would he have gotten off on it?
He's kind of gross. He could be kind of gross. Yeah.
To that degree, Brian?
Well, that I don't know.
Jesus.
He's dead now, so I can't find out either.
Right, but...
What a shame.
Man, that puts a twist on this.
Yeah, it does.
Think of Pappy Warlock.
I'm thinking of him now. So, here's the thing. So, if somebody walks in on you jerking it, it's embarrassing for you probably more so.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that person kind of gets to be the one who judges you. They got the kind of upper hand.
Yeah.
So if you walk in on Pappy and he's jerking it, it's not great. It's not a fun time. At the same time, though,
the onus is on you.
It's kind of like, gotcha. It's like, gotcha, Pappy.
You probably only saw a fucking flash of dingle, too. Like, you're like, oh,
just
gotta go.
One distinct wrinkle.
Or maybe
you only get an eyeful of one distinct wrinkle.
I mean, you could have just maybe seen his back and maybe like his shoulders and maybe just
so like just a shivering pile of like sweater vest and khaki pants.
I think that like it's almost more the reaction that they give when you discover them, because it's like there's sort of a trajectory of that, you know, like being discovered jerking it. So like, you just shuffling my deck over here, just shuffling the playing cards. I'm sorry, Sonny. I was just putting together a model plane.
I feel like my grandpa would just later just be like, sorry about that.
Yeah, I honestly, like, in each situation, all truth be told, I see a grandpa just being like, yeah, just whatever.
What?
I mean, I used to do that a lot. If he catches you, or like if you do, he's like, hey, I'm old, but I'm not dead.
Or
right?
Or maybe he's like, that'll be $500.
He's like, I'm serious.
I know your secret.
Oh, he's extorting you. I thought you meant like that'll be $500 for seeing me do it. That's what I charge people on that internet. He's on Chatsterbait.
As you know, I'm a cam whore. I was in the middle of a show.
That pension is not making ends meet no more.
They're defunding the shit out of Social Security. I'm sure you know.
So I gotta get those gold shows going. So that's $500, Sonny. I'm sorry. I have my dignity, and my dignity is $500.
You're lucky you didn't show up for the golden shower show later in the week.
Jesus. So, knowing my grandfather when he was alive, it would not be mentioned in either case.
Oh, that's so awkward though, because that tension.
Yeah, I mean, no, there would be no tension because it would be gone. Like, it would be tension for me, and for him, nothing happened.
Well, okay.
In either case.
Sure.
So, like, I would just have to wrestle with it either way in my brain. But for him, it would be a non-issue because it literally didn't happen.
But, like, you just don't know. You're just, like, every morning at breakfast with your grandpa, you're just like,
you're having breakfast
is today the day? Today the day outs me in front of the family, the extended family.
I was like, Grandpa jerking it! Just, like, standing up, pointing. I saw you, Pap! I saw you! So yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean, Dane. Like in the Warlock household, denial is not just a river in Egypt. It is the river that runs through us.
What about you, Jimmy?
My choice or my family?
Your family. I'd say your family.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you know your grandfather?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, your grandpa's still around.
Yeah. I mean, I have both of them are still alive. I think. I don't know about the other one. Honestly, they straight fucking rowdy. I don't know. I think they live in Reading. Not really sure.
Where's Reading? Is that near any town, USA?
It's like northern California-ish.
It's near every town.
I only know our town.
Of every town.
Of every town, any town.
Who knows how close or far that is?
I don't.
From every town. Yeah, it's... I don't know. I think if it was... If I got walked in on, it would be silent. And if I walked in on, I wouldn't say shit, but I don't know how. I think his reaction would be greater in that way.
So he would have a visceral reaction to you.
Not like a visceral, but just sort of like.
He'd try and cover it up.
He would later be like embarrassed, but he would bring it up.
Would he like try and bribe you and be like, "Hey, sorry about that earlier. Here's $50. I'm really sorry.
Sorry you saw it.
Yeah, here's $50. Here's a crisp 50.
I don't think so. They only have.
Here's a bright shiny nickel.
So I used to.
Here's a dime that I've been keeping since 1947.
So my grandparents always give for Christmas. They just give all the grandkids like $100 bills.
Right.
And sometimes in addition to other
solid gift.
Yeah, really.
And I guess they all have it figured out to an extent. But one year because I think I just said I used to live with them. Maybe I didn't. I'm saying it again. Here I go. I was
Watch him go, Brian.
I was
Continual
watching
enigma.
television in my grandpa's like lazy boy, and a very comfortable chair. I slid my hand just down the side like for no reason, and I felt something. I pull it out, and it's just 100, like from Christmas, that I guess they just misplaced.
Whoa.
So it was just really funny because then the whole, I gave it back to him obviously, but like,
sure.
The whole story was just like, well, which grandkid didn't we send $100 to?
Yeah.
Just as an aside.
The one who died of poverty.
I think... So, joke answer would be I'd want to walk in on him and then blackmail him for money. Be like, I saw what you were watching, Grandpa, you sick fuck.
Oh man, there's going to be porn involved? I didn't think of that at
Oh,
all.
that was the thing I was hoping not to see.
You're a terrible grandfather. But in reality... Terrible grandfather. But in reality, like, I would definitely rather he walk in on me and then that be like a thing where either he doesn't bring it up or he's just like, teenagers, like, I remember when I could do that,
Oh, wow.
And then it'd be kind of like a little bonding thing.
Reality check.
The most awful bonding moment of all time.
Right.
Kinda.
But also hilarious. And then, like, I write a TV show, The Wonder Years style.
And don't tell anyone about it, though. Still, you don't write an episode about it. This is inconsequential.
Like,
because it's a secret, Dane.
Oh,
It's
okay.
don't tell anyone.
It's a shame.
I would seriously rather be the one walking in on Pap.
Yeah.
Because there's the option of just being totally, like, silent and just, like, pretending it never happened. And if push came to shove, I would definitely want to be the one who had fucking leverage. Because I know Pap is freaky.
Yeah, I don't want to be caught doing anything.
He's got his leather dog mask on.
Yeah. He's fucking...
So what if...
prosthetic mustache.
When you walk in, he does see you?
Oh.
Like, does that change it for you?
I feel
yeah,
like
because the inverse is true, too.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, I'd rather be the standover man.
So
yeah, totally.
so if you
I own you now, Pap. I own you now. I own you. You got to deal with this.
Tell the presses.
I will tell all of the presses.
There you go. And you, Jimmy?
Yeah, same deal. I don't want to be caught doing anything. Like I'd rather have an awkward moment for me than feel like I got caught doing something air quotes wrong. Right. You know?
You were jerking it
just
wrong.
Getting all that
you do it like
sin
this.
out of my body.
He just gives you like a little square of velvet, and he's like, "Try this next time," and then just walks away.
Here's a belt. It's like really worn down.
He takes a Louisville Slugger off the wall, and he's like, "You can do it like this," and he's like, just like, "Oh, so much bigger."
Now, this is what I told your dad, and this is what I'll tell you.
Every weekend.
Use a catcher's mitt and just really get the lard in there and oil her up.
Oh my god.
You stick it in the door frame, see, and you just slam! You slam it again and again!
I promise it's what the ladies like. It's training for later.
It feels so good!
It's very Bob Saget of you, Brian. The aristocrats. Hey! Cool. Well, by the bylaws set many years ago, I guess I'm the loser in this because I chose to be walked in on. So you guys win, and now you can blackmail me for the rest of our natural born life.
We have photos.
Yay!
Yay!
Surveillance footage.
Let us celebrate that.
Are we River?
Oh yeah. Let's do the brand new segment started last week by our friend James. It's known as Marry Fuck Kill, and
we call it Marry Fudge Kill because we're a Christian household.
We are
good Christian boys who never ejaculate.
Yes, we are always refrain from ejaculating like true Christian gentlemen.
I had a wet dream once, and I cut off one of my toes in penance.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I did that. I burned it on the sacred altar, so it was fine.
That's how it works. That's what our religion says.
That's what our religion says.
The Christian
the
religion.
psychosexual tapestry of America is fucked. Anyway.
All right. Marry, fuck, kill. You can only choose one for all of our options here.
Yay.
And our options are marry, fuck, kill. C-3PO, R2-D2, or BB-8.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, I think I've got a picture of what I want.
Yeah.
Well, let's break it down. So, C-3PO, a
shrill, loudmouth, nagging
human cyborg relations.
Coward,
also.
But what a sexy golden body.
Most humanoid.
Yeah.
Got that going for him.
Do you think he could fit anything in that slot of a mouth he has?
Oh, I'm sure.
Fucking slut of
R2-D2. Dirty mouth.
He's got
it's all kinds of attachments.
Always being censored in the films.
Yeah.
All kinds of attachments.
All
sorts of attachments. All kinds of surprises inside of them.
Uh-huh.
One could argue, however, that BB-8 is everything R2-D2 can do and better because he's a round guy.
He's so small.
He's the new hotness. He's a total enigma.
He's not that small. He's about as big as... Did you see Star Wars?
I did see Star Wars.
I think he's a little bit...
He goes up to your knee, right?
I think he's a little bit smaller than R2-D2.
Yeah.
I think he is a little...
Maybe I've just seen so many videos of
about the same size.
Maybe I've seen just so many videos of the remote control BB-8s that are like super tiny, and that's kind of what has replaced the real BB-8 in my brain.
Yeah.
But
no, you're probably right.
And I also think BB-8 as kind of a child. Like, in that kind of...
BB 8 years old.
Fuck.
BB 8 years old. And that kind of...
Are we going to end up in, like, a watch list for this? Oh, gosh.
Let's assume that BB-8's not a child.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm
So
just
we're
saying
not
connotation-wise.
So BB-8 is of the age of consent, at least. Okay, good.
On the planet Jakku.
So, I mean, that's my breakdown of the 3 droids. Oh, for folks who don't know, these 3 droids are from the movies Star Wars.
Of course, they have to know.
Star Wars.
Guys.
Star Wars, and the movie Star Wars.
Listen. I used to think that Star Wars was just kind of boilerplate movies that everybody'd seen.
Yes, and you were correct.
I beg to differ. I used to wash dishes in a place, and one of the bussers was an 18-year-old boy. Man, whatever, 18.
Man, boy.
But I was making Star Wars talk. You know, like you do, talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And the dude just is like, what? I'm sorry, I haven't seen those.
I'm sorry, I was busy being a Nazi fascist. I didn't catch those films. I was burning villages.
And I looked at it and I said, you haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies? And he said, well, I think I've seen the first 3. And I stopped him right there. And I said, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
And he said,
oh, no.
You know, the one with the little kid.
Oh, God
no.
damn it.
And the guy with the ponytail. And I said, those aren't the first 3, my friend. And I went on a good 20-minute rant when I should have been working and doing dishes. Because that's, at the time, that's how important it was to me.
No big loss.
But what...
No big loss.
At that job, no. But what became very clear to me is that we're getting to a point where... I mean, maybe now with the new Star Wars films, it's not the same... But, like, at that point, which was probably 4 years ago, the first 3 movies were terrible. Excuse me, not the first 3 movies.
Prequels.
The prequels were terrible.
Yeah.
The original films were so long ago. And if you're not in, like, a pop culture kind of house, and you're not in a nerd kind of house, then you're not going to watch those movies.
God, that's just such a weird thought.
It's a weird thought. I mean, we had the same thing about people maybe not knowing who Charlton Heston is anymore. Do you remember this conversation we had? Anyway.
Vaguely. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
So now I
Brian's
don't take it for granted that maybe people haven't seen Star Wars. And maybe I'm geeking out a little too hard
I
and
didn't
too
grow
long
up with
here.
Star Wars.
Right.
Like, I only saw the original 3 movies, like, for the first time a couple years ago.
Boggles my mind.
It was weird. Well, so my cousin, who, if you're listening, I don't like you.
He just happens to be one of the 36 very loyal viewers we have.
1,000% not listening.
So funny if it went down to 35 going forward. By the way, our loyal 36, we love you.
We do love you.
Love you.
This is
we're
my
probably related
cousin.
to all of you, so yeah.
This is the same cousin who was on the television show I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant, because his then girlfriend, now I think they're married, had a surprise baby. Surprise!
There it is.
She just had a birth right before, like a day or two before Thanksgiving.
She pooped out some pasta.
Pooped out a baby.
Pooped out a baby pasta.
It definitely was a surprise to him. I don't think it was a surprise to her. Anyways.
No, she was keeping it on the DL.
So she wasn't, like, the thing that surprises me is she wasn't showing.
Hey,
was she premature? I guess we don't need to go into it.
It's a different conversation.
Sorry.
Yeah. She's not a crazy thin lady, I believe.
Okay.
Gotcha. So I don't know. Stuff can get. Anyways, so he was always a little shit when we were growing up because he's a year older than me, and he was super into Star Wars as a child. And I want to say that he showed me like the first one on VHS tape recorder. And I probably didn't hate it or anything, but I would just associate it with him.
Just the fact that he loved it so much, and he was such a terrible person.
And he likes Star Wars, so Star Wars is probably not anything I need to waste my fucking time on.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
And growing up, I think I saw the first prequel, and I was just like, it was pod racing, that was fun, I was a kid.
Star Wars, more like Starboard.
Star fucking... shoot myself.
Star chores.
I have my answer, by the way.
This is a tangent.
Yeah, it's a good tangent.
It might affect our answers. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Go for it.
Do you have anything to add to the 3 droids?
I mean, aesthetics.
There's things I would probably add to them.
Okay. Like what?
Like, you
naughty boy.
Like a selection of things from baddragon.com.
Hey, Bad Dragon,
baddragon.com.
Our official sponsor.
Definite
Unofficial,
sponsors.
totally our sponsor, but not really. Don't sue us.
Definitely fake. Awesome, fake, but real.
Awesome.
Really brought up a lot.
Fake official. Fake
Bad Dragon sponsor.
official.
Once again, I really enjoy the Frostworm. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. It's good stuff.
I think it's Diego, the Frostworm.
Oh, boy.
So, for me, it would be marry BB-8.
Oh, interesting.
Fuck R2-D2.
Oh, interesting.
And kill C-3PO.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Why kill C-3PO?
Because he would be too neurotic.
Yeah.
For either situation.
Yeah, makes sense.
Also, he's so existential, I feel like it would just put him out of his misery.
No, I see.
He's so afraid all the time. And he's a machine. Like, he has nothing to be afraid of.
He's programmed to be like this.
Yeah. That's terrible.
That is horrible. Yeah.
Human-cyborg relations, more like thorn in my side relations.
No. I hear you, girlfriend.
Yeah, and I'm not really into gold.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little gaudy for me.
Garish, yeah.
A little garish. And BB-8's so cute and has a lighter. And that's...
And maybe you want to smoke up with your droid friend.
My droid bride. Spouse. Gender-neutral droid. Because definitely...
is decidedly ungendered.
Yeah.
I feel.
Definitely. C-3PO's a dude. R2-D2, probably a dude.
Yeah, probably a dude.
I think they've mentioned him as a he, maybe.
Perhaps.
You see his dick a couple times,
right?
I think.
You see that big floppy R2-D2 dick.
Put that away, R2.
We're amongst mixed company. Tell me that later. You can save that for later.
When
transport, I'm saved! Over here! We need to fuck in your back seat!
We need your lube! Sorry.
Anyway, Brian?
Okay, interesting. So I would fuck BB-8. Because he's the new hotness.
Oh,
and he's just like so sexy. And like, let's see, with a spinniness.
BB-8's so hot right now.
Oh, so hot. so the it thing. I would marry R2-D2 because he seems like a solid companion. And he's like sensitive and smart. And he's full package.
Well, and he's got a very strong, like, independent streak, too, so it's not like he's a slave to you.
Yeah, I respect that. Yeah, self-willed.
He went the Rocky way. Like, I wouldn't go that way. It's much too rocky. This way looks much easier.
Yeah, and he stuck to the mission. He was on task.
He was.
Yeah.
Loyal. Fucking loyal.
So loyal.
Yeah.
Across
and
galaxies.
Yeah.
And I would kill C-3PO because, again, fucking that neurotic, like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah. Don't do that. Bah, 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 bah. Oh, you shouldn't do this, princess. Bah, 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 bah."
Yeah.
Bang!
Maybe if you were into the sub-dom thing and you, like, made him your sub.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that. But I'm
we're
not.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah.
Good to know. All of that.
I'd marry BB-8. And I think I would kill R2-D2.
Oh, yeah.
R2-D2's old.
He's pretty old.
Oh.
Very old.
He's older, way older than C-3PO.
C-3PO's human-shaped.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like I might have the easiest time.
Lay that old chassis down by the fire.
Lay that fucking hard
fire.
metal body down.
God.
Do my best.
You hush now. You hush now, robot.
Use lots of
I am
lube.
incapable of hushing. Oh.
Oh, boy.
Remove
Jiminy.
that cod piece and just...
Clank a clank a clank.
Clank
Clank a clank a clank a clank.
The wires down there, because that's all that's underneath there, apparently, is wires.
Yep.
Zippity zap. Ooh.
Sexiest wires I've ever seen in my life.
You're the electrician.
Get them all tangled up in my biz.
Successful. We like robot sex.
Yeah. I'm giving a thumbs up. You can't see it, but it's there.
You can't see it. I can. Viewers at home can't. So, Our last Would You Rather this evening comes from one Charlotte H.G.
Hey.
HG
in
Charlotte Swells.
Oakland. She writes, would you rather have the power to create and nourish plants anywhere you go? Or the power to create fire and lightning at will?
Oh, man.
I really like this question because it has to do with creation.
And we know you're a creationist.
You can
I am.
you can fix the whole planet, kind of.
Kind of. You'd have to...
Not the people in it.
Yeah, I mean...
You could fix them by killing them, I guess.
You'd have
grow
to...
a tree in the water.
Yeah.
Be like, look at fucking me, asshole.
Fix them good.
Yeah, try to chop them rainforests. I'll forest them back up. You're just one person, though, and that's like a lot of ground to cover.
That is a lot of ground to cover. You get in one of those drones, and you just fly over everywhere, just spreading your seed. Spreading your seed.
It's your magic seed.
Don't you need to touch it, though? Don't you need to touch it?
Who says?
You are creating rules for this that are not stated.
No, I thought
I got the impression that you could create plant life.
Uh-huh.
What did it say?
It says, have the power to create and nourish plants anywhere.
Yeah,
so... Okay.
That to me sounds like I could be here in any town, USA.
Uh-huh.
Across the planet. I just think a thought.
Oh,
anywhere.
That's pretty omniscient.
That's godlike.
Yeah,
but so is fire and lightning, to be fair.
Yeah.
They're superpowers.
But you have to be there for fire and lightning.
I think you'd have to be there for the plants too.
Yeah, let's say that these powers come out of your hands.
Yeah, and the airfare comes out of your pocket, guy. So yeah, you want to.
So maybe not necessarily touch the thing, but you have to like see the location.
If you can
cast a beam.
You're like biokinetic.
If you can see a thing to grow a plant on, you can do it.
Yeah,
I like it.
And as well as electricity, so like force lightning, which is from the film Star Wars. They were created in the late 70s.
Very well. Wait, what is it called?
Star Wars.
What?
It's
Strike me down with your hatred.
The original 3 films were created by George Lucas under the tutelage of Joseph Campbell, who he conferred with over various hero myths and legends, and it was... Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It created something known as the space opera genre.
A space what?
Anyway.
Space, it's like a hip opera, but in space.
Trapped in the Death Star.
Yeah.
Man.
Trapped in the Death Star.
Trapped in the Death Star.
Trapped in the Death Star. Very well, Jedi. Do it. Do it. Kill him.
Let the beats flow through you.
Strike him down.
Strike him.
Strike him down.
He got the package. Strike him down.
What is it?
Trapped in the Closet reference.
Strike him down in your diss track.
I love doing Emperor Palpatine.
You do it well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a fun voice.
Wait, spoilers. Palpatine is... Never mind.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Sorry, chillins out there.
Yeah, he's a baddie. So yeah, I mean, it's like... I think that fire and lightning is sort of classically like wizardy, which kind of appeals...
You are Mr. Wizard.
It appeals to me as a warlock, but not a real...
It's a formalized warlock.
Not a real warlock. Yeah, but at the same time, like, if you could fucking fix plants, like, we've got issues with that. With like,
I'm gonna say, make this as selfish as possible. Right? Like,
well, I mean, I probably wouldn't, though.
Desire.
Well,
really?
I'd want to help out.
Well, and here's the
That's
problem.
Very altruistic of you.
Here's the problem too: is like you've got the power to like toast fools, but like that's still frowned upon in civil society.
Yeah, so like you have so sort of in either case, realistically, the government's gonna be like, fucking, let's keep you locked away for our own armies or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And they'll probably want that more if you have lightning and fire powers.
You could probably do the plant thing a little bit more in the QT.
You could do it on that old DL.
Because plants do grow in real life.
Do they?
They do.
Do they? Or is that an Illuminati?
I also imagine them growing like really fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the Secret Garden.
Is that what they did in the Secret Garden?
Topical reference.
How old is that book?
Very.
Or like poison ivy, who can just like squirt a plant and it goes. I'm
it's
an eater
around
now.
like, or like a piranha plant.
Piranha plant.
It grows and then shrinks and then grows, and then shrinks and then spits the hot fire.
Did you? I've always been obsessed with like vine powers and like plant powers. When I was a kid, I'd draw superheroes and things, and a lot of times they were half rock, half viney dudes.
This explains a lot.
Right now in my D&D campaign, I'm playing a swamp druid, and he has a lot of plant-based powers. My favorite episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender is when they're in the swamp and the water benders are bending the water in the plants. So of course I pick fireballs. No, I don't pick fireballs. I pick plants.
Well, because it's like also just kind of what do you do? Like you have this cool power. Are you gonna just start murdering?
No, you become you could become a superhero either way.
But that would
like a super murder hero.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't
like
think so.
You're the fucking Punisher, but with like fucking force lightning.
You're a fireball and a lightning bolt don't stop a bullet coming at you.
There's Static Shock. There's precedent for this. So Static Shock had electric powers, and he was a superhero.
Yeah.
Could he avoid a bullet?
He had like armors that he used using electricity.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I don't know. Like, it depends on how like hand wavy you get with like the technology of it. Like you could, I know the Magneto. I think he stops bullets, but he controls metal. It's different.
Yeah.
It's not really magnetism.
Electricity and magnetism are very closely related.
Yeah, well, I don't know that. I don't know that you could magnetically repel lead. I mean, it's not ferrous.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
My main point being, like, if people want to get you, your powers don't offer much of in the way of protection, unless that way of protection is you get to jump on them all the time.
Right. Oh yeah, and bullets move really fast, like probably faster than you could do your shield.
Not faster than a lightning bolt, probably, but fast enough.
No, but I mean, like I'm saying, if you're gonna try to block the bullet with your electrical powers, like the bullet has hit you by the time you thought about that.
Like you don't have super fast slow-mo lightning powers.
Unless you're maybe like a meth head at the same time as being electrokinetic.
So if you do get the electric and fire powers, you have to start doing meth.
Yes, probably making it too.
And if you're the plant guy, you have to start drinking only Miracle Grow.
And growing a weed.
Delicious.
And you gotta start smoking that dank ass. Because all three of us don't do that.
No.
We actually don't do that. The way I said it first made it seem like
there was a lot of eye waggles happening.
We totally do, but we don't. If you know what I mean. Anytown, USA is a dry campus.
It's really close or very far away from Weed, California.
So I'm going with plant powers both as a selfishy thing and also, because you can help the planet or whatever.
You could grow whatever plant you want. I could have a tomato right now. I forgot about that part. That part's selfish.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to eat tomatoes whenever you want.
Any vegetable.
Being able to grow your own produce, that'd be fucking pretty cool.
Like in an instant-ish.
Yeah. I do a lot of cooking.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking amazing.
I feel like sweet potatoes tonight.
I'll leave this other one in the cabinet for like 2 months. Oh, it's got eyes now. Oh, shit.
But purely badassness, fire and lightning, right?
It's cool, but like it's
impractical.
It feels impractical. Yeah.
Unless
you're gonna fight a war single-handedly.
Like I'd have more fun with plant powers, but I just when I heard this one, I felt that you guys, just fun-wise, would love the fireball lightning.
I do, but I, Brian Warlock, have to live my life. And
it's fun, but then, what is the fun? Killing.
Exactly, yeah.
I guess I could roast a s'more. I could charge an iPhone too much.
Let me put it this way. When I was a little kid, I did not play with matches. I was too terrified of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's kind of what you'd be left doing, is playing with fire. Check this out, guys. Woof. Boosh.
Fair point.
You burned down my daffodils.
It seems, you can shoot fire, but you're not fireproof, so, like...
Leave my niece's quinceañera immediately.
You are plant-proof. Well, folks, I think that'll do us for this episode of the Proud Jacuzzi Crew.
Sounds good.
You can email those Would You Rathers to the pjccast@gmail.com. You can tweet us them, as we've had a couple folks do. We are at the PJC Cast. You can also send to our Facebook group. Just look us up on Facebook, the Proud Jacuzzi Crew. But yeah, I'd like to thank our fake not sponsors, but really our sponsors forever, and in our hearts, Bad Dragon,
and in other places,
and in our butts specifically, and maybe up our urethras.
Yeah, sounding, y'all. Yeah,
sounding with animal dicks.
So for me, Dane, I want to say, have a good night and get home safe.
Yeah, enjoy sprouted fruits and green vegetables. From me, Brian Warlock.
Eat 3 to 5 servings of every food type. Says me, Jimmy, the food pyramid enthusiast.
I've brought up food pyramids before.
They're not good. They're awful. I don't enthuse them.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Want to dry off.
It's better to smell farts than to do... No, wait. It's better to fart farts than to smell farts.
Yeah, I mean, everybody prefers to get high in their own supply. Fart-wise.
There are definitely erotic things where they've, like, gas masks with hoses that go up your own butt.
Oh, of course.
There are. I've seen them. Not on Bad Dragon.
No, I don't think they'd stoop to that.
Stoop
the loop.
Or if they did, they do it with a certain panache.
With a certain mystical flair.
It'd be a...
I really want Bad Dragon to be our sponsors.
I'd love that so much.
That'd be really funny.
I appreciate the validation.